Hi, this is Marty from Blue Lightning TV. I'm going to show you how to create your own vintage vehicle logo. This tutorial is in two parts. I provided this photo that we'll use for the background. Its link is in the video description or project files. Feel free to use a different image if you'd like. The first step is to convert your background into a smart object so we can modify it non-destructively and allow us to replace it with a different background without having to redo any of the effects. To do this, click the icon at the upper right of the Layers panel and click Convert to Smart Object. Create a new document by going to File and New. Make its width 1550 pixels, its height 870 pixels, and its resolution 150 pixels per inch. Then click OK or press Enter or Return. Click the tab of the background to open it. We're going to place it into the new document you just made. If your Move tool isn't already selected, press V to open it and drag your background up onto the tab of your new document. Without releasing your cursor, drag it down and release. To resize it, open your Transform tool by pressing Ctrl or Command T. To see the transform's entire bounding box, press Ctrl or Command 0. If you're using a different background, I'll show you what to do in a minute. If you're using this photo, do the following. In the horizontal position field, type in 750 pixels, and in the vertical position field, type in 436. For its width, type in 76, and for its height, type in 53. If you're using a different background, drag the corners and the sides of the transform to approximate this size and shape. Then press Enter or Return, or click this check mark. To see your document at 100%, press Ctrl or Command +1. Go to Filter, Distort, and Spherize. Make the amount 100% and click OK or press Enter or Return. Go to Filter, Blur, and Gaussian Blur. Blur it 5 pixels. Next, we'll add a reflection at the top. Click the New Layer icon to make a new layer. Open your Pen tool and choose Path. Click outside your document approximately a quarter of the way down. Release your cursor and go to the outside of your document on the right. Press and hold Shift as you left-click to make a straight work path. Pressing Shift keeps your path horizontal. Go to the center and press and hold Alt or Option as you click directly on the path. This adds an anchor point. Press and hold Ctrl or Command as you click on the anchor point. This allows you to drag the anchor point to another position. Drag it straight up, approximately this much. Click outside your document at the upper right corner and release. Click outside the upper left corner, release, and click on the first anchor point to close the path. Right-click directly on the path and click Make Selection. Feather it 3 pixels. We're going to fill the selection with white. If your foreground and background colors aren't black and white respectively, press D on your keyboard. Since the background color is white, press Ctrl or Command + Delete. To deselect it, press Ctrl or Command D. Change the blend mode to Overlay and reduce its opacity to 25%. Next, we're going to adjust its brightness and color to complement our logo. Make a new layer and click the foreground color. Pick a color you like. Since I already know the hexadecimal numbers of the color I'll be using, I'll type it in 005AFF. Since the color you pick becomes the foreground color, press Alt or Option + Delete to fill the empty new layer with this color. Change its blend mode to multiply and reduce its opacity to 80%. Next, we'll reveal the sun's reflection. Click the Layer Mask icon to make a layer mask next to the color. Open your brush tool and make the hardness 0%. We'll adjust the size in a minute. Reduce its opacity to 30% and press Enter or Return. Press the F5 key at the top of your keyboard to open your brush presets. Make sure the only setting that's checked is smoothing. Press F5 again to close the panel. Go to the center of the sun's reflection. To increase the size of your brush, press the right bracket key on your keyboard a few times. Now, click a few times to reveal the original photo through the layer mask. To save space, let's group all the layers that comprise the background into a folder. To do this, since the top layer is already active, shift-click on the photo to highlight all the layers between it and the top layer. Press Ctrl or Command-G. Let's name the folder Vehicle. Since we don't need the white background, let's trash it. Click the lock icon to unlock it and drag the layer to the trash. We're ready to add text. Open your horizontal type tool and choose a font. I'm using Up in Arms NF Regular. If you'd like to use it, I also provided its link. For this font, I'll make the size 84 points, sharp, and center alignment. Click the color box and pick white so we can see our text clearly. Click on your document and type your text. To adjust the space between characters, also known as kerning, click between those characters and press and hold Alt or Option as you press the right or left arrow key on your keyboard. Then, go to Layer, Rasterize, and Type. To center your text, click your Move tool, press Ctrl or Command-A, and click the Align Horizontal Centers icon. To deselect it, press Ctrl or Command-D. If you want to extend or create additional bars, I'll show you how to do it next. Click the New Layer icon to make a new layer. Press Z to open your Zoom tool and drag over the area you'd like to add a bar to. Open your Rectangular Marquee tool and drag a selection over the area. Press and hold Shift as you overlap another selection to make a complete shape. To fill it with white, press Alt or Option plus Delete and then deselect it. Continue to make bars along areas of your logo type. To delete bars that overhang, as well as remove unwanted fringe from characters, first, merge your shapes with the text by pressing Ctrl or Command-E. To reposition the document on your canvas, press and hold the space bar and drag your image. Drag a selection over the areas you want to remove and press the Delete key on your keyboard. Then deselect it. After your logo type is cleaned up, to lower or raise it, press V to open your Move tool and press and hold Shift as you drag it down or up. We're ready to warp its overall shape to conform to the vehicle's perspective. Go to Filter, Distort, and Spherize. Click OK or press Enter or Return. Open your Transform tool, go to a corner, and when you see a diagonal double arrow, press and hold Alt or Option plus Shift as you drag it in to a size you like. Go to Edit, Transform, and Perspective. Go to a bottom corner and drag it to the left approximately this much. Then press Enter or Return. In part 2 of this tutorial, we'll complete our vintage vehicle logo. This is Marty from Blue Lightning TV. Thanks for watching.